Welcome to episode 14 of Digital Shop Talk. I am thrilled to have with me Chuck Kaylor from FASTSIGNS, who has an incredible background doing this sort of thing. And I believe maybe you even have a name. What should your name be today?
Well, I don't know. My background was off screen, so this is
This is the future. This is the future.
So my background was in radio. I was a disc jockey for about 10 years.
What was your DJ name?
It changed. It was first Chuck Edwards for quite a while, and then when I worked in Dallas, I had to change it because there was another Chuck Edwards, so I had to change it to Chuck McKay. Apparently, the other Chuck Edwards had seniority, so I thought it maybe arm
Chuck
wrestling
McKay.
for him. Yeah,
okay.
Arm wrestling would be.
Listen to that voice. It's very melodic. I can see how the radio. So just close your eyes for the rest of this broadcast and drift back into 1987.
Right. They say I have a face for radio. That's why I don't do a lot of stuff around screens.
Perfect. So. Tell me about FASTSIGNS.
Well, FASTSIGNS, we're just celebrating our 30th anniversary of being a company. They started in 1985 by a couple of guys, Gary Zellman, Bob Schinnebaum, and out of Austin. They moved to Dallas to start franchising in 1986. And since then, we've opened up nearly 600 centers in about 8 different countries.
And very specifically, those centers, then, what services does FASTSIGNS offer? I mean, more than the obvious, I guess.
Right. So all of our locations are independently owned and operated sign and graphic centers. So they have brick and mortar locations. They can, our tagline is more than fast, more than signs, and it's just about that. They can do more than just what you can imagine, from wrapping laptops to your vehicles to digital signs to dimensional letters,
right,
floor graphics, you name it. Anything visual that you can see to identify your building or company or whatever, we can do it.
You guys have seen, we're lucky enough that we get to go to the franchise convention every year. Just full disclosure, we work together.
Right. Who are you?
And you can do some amazing things with like the stamped concrete and the projections and the digital signage. And it really is, the more than is very apropos. How is digital, so 1985 to today, obviously marketing for these independent franchises and bringing in business for them is crucial and a big part of what you do. You are in the marketing department, correct? You're a marketer?
I am. I'm the director of marketing services. So my role really is twofold. It's, first and foremost, we support our local franchisees with their local marketing efforts. So they get the awareness and traffic in their market, their local market, and then the other side of it is our national advertising approach. So
right.
I assist with the strategic approach to that and just the overall general awareness of our brand.
Sure. So very enterprise focused and then very local focused.
Absolutely, yeah.
And how has digital impacted how you are successful as a marketer and as a business?
Yeah, so I've been with FASTSIGNS since 1998, so I've seen quite a bit of evolution of how we market ourselves to folks that are not aware of FASTSIGNS and to keep our name in front of our existing customers.
Sure.
And so the landscape has certainly changed from the traditional type of advertising that most people are aware of.
I believe you might have been in a TV commercial. Let's go ahead and roll that
yes.
spot right here.
To building signs to window graphics, our sign solutions tell people who you are and what you do.
So from the traditional advertising that most people are aware of, to including digital now, which
right.
is a very integral part of all of our marketing plans, whether it's from the local level or nationally.
Sure. What do you think if you could say one channel that has the biggest impact, channel, medium, if you were opening up a brand new, not but any kind of local business and you had $100 to spend,
yeah,
assuming you've purchased all your visual communications, of course, outside of that, where would you put it?
Well, I think
it could be a spread of it.
Yeah, no, I think probably Google. I think that's probably, you have to be findable,
right?
And it doesn't matter about all the other types of advertising that you do to generate awareness. If when people do go to a search engine like Google, which most people do when they decide to do business with a sign company, you got to have presence. And so
Right.
I think that's a pretty important piece to have.
And Google, I think that you would agree there's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
You love them because they do get you the traffic, but they also don't make it easy. Something just in the news, we usually do a little bit of a news segment, but Google recently went from 7 listings on the map to 3.
To 3, right.
Right. So now, the big takeaway for me, if I'm a local business and I'm not there anymore, Google says, oh, well, you can just buy this ad right here.
Right.
It's very convenient. It is easy to do, but it also helps Google monetarily. So there's certainly, and it makes us hard as marketers, we want to capture the real estate. It's so valuable.
Yeah.
So it's really about that constant gamesmanship of how to get as many of your locations, for example, on Google's first page for as many relevant keywords.
Right.
And it's a battle for sure, but it's one that pays off.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a fluidity there that you have to be, flexible and patient and all those to adhere to the changes that Google puts in place. And I know that their ultimate goal, I'm sure, is to make it a better user experience for those that are using their tool. But yeah, every once in a while we're using Google as an expletive around the office. So it's because of the changes that happen so frequently.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Looking into your crystal ball, and you guys are a really unique situation because essentially each one of your locations is an agency, in a loose, in a way, because they have businesses come in and say, help me market who I am. And one of the things that's been great about Fast Signs is the innovations from, in 1985, it was we make signs. And along the way, as emerging trends have come through, Fast Signs really said, okay, we need to offer these various solutions, visually communication solutions to our base. But there's obviously things that you guys kind of see on the forefront at that level, as well as the Fast Sign overall. Just curious about trends that you're seeing or that you think are going to impact maybe both of those scenarios over the next few years.
Well, we're in it now. I mean, we see ways that we can extend our customers' messaging by involving new things like near field communications and QR codes and even the digital signs are evolving, and so we're always, and being the leader in our industry, we're always looking for cutting edge solutions that we can include to be comprehensive to our customers. So I could see even things that even like I've read just the blurred lines between social media and search, and just how those things are going to start becoming more integrated.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like the near field is really interesting to me, and kind of the beacon technology, and if kind of the sign of the future is more of a virtual sign that comes up.
Think
based
back to
on,
the future, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So just a quick plug: if anyone is watching this interested in a franchise partner, they are an awesome company. I believe you guys had your best year ever last year.
Yeah. This and we continue to do so.
Yeah.
So we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, really cool industry and really innovative. You might think signs and think, oh, that's not, but it's really a really innovative and really exciting partnerip with other people.
And we're vet friendly.
And vet friendly.
Yeah, veterans that are
Go
looking
America.
to open a business. Yeah,
that's awesome. You're from Dallas. Thoughts on Tony Romo, Des Bryant? They destroyed my fantasy team.
Yeah,
is RG3 going to come to Dallas?
Yeah, I don't foresee that happening, but we still have hope. We've already won a couple of games.
It is the NFC East too.
It is the NFC East. It's a bit weak division, but you never know. I mean, there's how are your Ravens doing?
You know what? They are they're 2-1. And they are on the right path. Yeah. And, it's a little bit late for this, but Yogi Berra passed away last week. And, as Yogi Berra said, it's never over till it's over.
Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Why don't you take us out a little radio voice?
Okay, well, thanks a lot for having me here, Alex. And again, if you have a need for signs and graphics, be sure to contact Fast Signs. That is Fast Signs, more than fast, more than signs.
#.
That's right.
Thank you. See you next time.